Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has the most unexpected rise in the NBA's recent history. He was part of the Clippers team that brought the Prime Warriors team with Durant to 6 games, and when the media said they have a 0.2% chance to make the playoffs, he willed the team to a 5th spot in the West and almost eliminated the Houston Rockets if it weren't for James Harden's block. He's now recognized as one of the brightest young stars in the league. All that thanks to his unique style of play. To be a great guard in the league, you gotta be an excellent three-point shooter. Shai, on the other hand, is the most frequent driver today and shoots in the mid-range more than he shoots outside the arc. This is the story of the most underrated master of the mid-range. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was born on July 12, 1998 in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. He grew up there where basketball was less popular than in the US. His early participation in the sport was influenced by his mom, Charmaine Gilgeous, a former track athlete who'd competed for Antigua and Barbuda in the '92 Summer Olympics. His dad, Vaughn Alexander, meanwhile, was his coach early on. Despite initial rejections like not making the St. Thomas More Junior team in grade 9, Gilgeous-Alexander later found himself playing on the school's midget squad, leading to a team MVP award and a city championship ring under his belt. His journey led him from Sir Allen McNabb Secondary School to Hamilton Heights Christian Academy in Chattanooga, Tennessee in 2015. High school marked a huge turnaround where he developed his skills and quickly gained recognition. At 6'6", his versatility and knowledge on the court set him apart from the others. It became clear that Shai has the potential to make a significant impact once he continues playing in the future. He averaged 18.4 points, 4.4 rebounds, and 4.0 assists his senior year. He was recognized as a 4-star recruit by ESPN, initially committing to Florida before reopening his college options in October 2016. Ultimately, he chose to play for the University of Kentucky. "I think he saw Kentucky as a place that worked with guys like him. Big guards, great field," said assistant coach Joel Justice. Even though he wasn't the top recruit, his strong work ethic and determination caught the attention of the Wildcats, which are really known for producing NBA stars. During his freshman year, Shai averaged 14.4 points, 4.1 rebounds, and 5.1 assists a game. But what really made him stand out was his ability to perform under pressure. One of Shai's brightest moments in college happened during the NCAA tournament, where he had consistently been clutch. His cool composure and knack for taking charge of games, especially in the last minutes, helped Kentucky hit the Sweet 16. Despite starting as a reserve, Shai played over 30 minutes per game. Coach Calipari and assistant coach Joel Justice said if there's one game that would define Shai's college career, it'd be the game against West Virginia on January 27th. When the game was on the line, the coaches trusted Shai to handle the ball and make it happen, and the result was spectacular. They pulled off a 15-point comeback and ultimately sealed the victory. "I remember at West Virginia, we just put him in a high pick and roll and said, 'Figure it out,'" Calipari said. He had a standout game with 29 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals. While at the University of Kentucky, Shai went from being a bench player to the starting point guard. His outstanding performance in the SEC tournament and the NCAA tournament earned national attention. He later won the SEC tournament's MVP. On April 9, 2018, Shai took the next step in his basketball journey by declaring for the 2018 NBA draft. Shai's competitive nature extended beyond the court. He had intense one-on-one battles with his cousin Nickeil Alexander-Walker on their driveways. These fiercely contested games, driven by their shared determination, helped shape Shai's competitiveness. The strong bond between these two cousins, who considered each other like brothers, remained with them both playing in the NBA. "Having a brother my age who's damn near just as good as basketball, we used to go at it all the time," Gilgeous-Alexander says. In the NBA, it all started in the 2018 draft when he was chosen as the 11th overall pick by the Charlotte Hornets. However, he was immediately traded to the Clippers, with the trade involving the pick after him and 2 future second-rounders. In his rookie season, the Clippers faced the challenge of changing into a new era without the star trio of Chris Paul, Blake Griffin, and DeAndre Jordan. After just 9 games, Clippers coach Doc Rivers made the decision to place him in the starting lineup. His three-point shooting had room for improvement, which is a vital skill for his position in the NBA, especially in this three-point-dominated era. But he made up for this by being a mid-range lethal shooter, a somewhat forgotten art of the game in the modern NBA. His height, which wasn't taller than most guards in the league, became an advantage that he exploited, making him a lethal mid-range shooter. He even earned a spot on the world team representing Canada in the 2019 Rising Stars Challenge. In his debut season, He had 10.8 points, 3.3 assists, and 2.8 rebounds per game. Despite this transition, the Clippers still managed to achieve a winning season with a 48-35 record, securing the 8th spot in the Western Conference. Their playoff run was hands down 5 stars. Their resilience was further shown in the playoffs, particularly Game 2 against the defending champions, the Golden State Warriors. In a fantastic comeback, the Clippers rallied from a 31-point deficit to tie the series. Shai also set a new career high with 25 points in Game 4 against the Warriors. Although they couldn't ultimately overcome the loaded Warriors team and got defeated in 6 games, they became the first team since the 2016 playoffs to beat the Warriors twice on the road during that time. Shai's current run with the Oklahoma City Thunder was one of the better stories in the NBA. In a pivotal trade, on July 10, 2019, the Clippers exchanged Gilgeous-Alexander along with Danilo Gallinari 5 first-round draft picks and the rights to swap 2 other first-round picks for NBA All-Star Paul George. The Thunder had just experienced a huge shakeup in their roster upon Shai's arrival. The departure of key players, including Paul George and Russ Westbrook, led to the reshaping of a team. Paul George was just fresh off a season where he came 3rd in MVP voting and was a candidate for Defensive Player of the Year award. In that same offseason, veterans such as Patrick Patterson, Markieff Morris, and Raymond Felton also moved on. With a largely new lineup, there were speculations of the Thunder potentially sacrificing the season to secure a high draft pick. Media and fans alike had low expectations for the team, with ESPN giving them the poorest odds of making the playoffs in the Western Conference, a 0.2% chance. What they forgot to take into account is that Shai was part of last year's Clippers team that surprised everyone by pushing the Warriors to 6. Chris Paul is one of the best leaders in the NBA, and they still had Dennis Schroeder and Steven Adams. Under the leadership of Chris Paul and with Shai as his trusty partner, they defied the odds. Shai elevated his game and contributed 19 points, 5.9 rebounds, 3.3 assists, and 1.1 steals a game. The team finished with a 44-28 record, securing the 5th seed in the NBA. They even finished in the better seeding than the previous season. They faced the Houston Rockets in the first round, which featured their former stars Russ Westbrook and James Harden. They almost advanced to the second round against the Lakers if it weren't for Harden's block on Lou Dort down the stretch. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's style on the court became all about driving to the hoop and scoring from inside the paint. He's not about relying on sheer speed or strength. It's his clever dribbling moves, fluid motion, and the angles he uses. Working hard off the court resulted in great paydays and high praise from all around the league. During the 2021-2022 season, Shai had a plantar fascia tear that cut his season short after just 35 games. But afterwards, he achieved something big by signing a 5-year, $207 million rookie extension with the Thunder, which ballooned thanks to his All-NBA team selection in May 2023. More about this later. The injury bug riddled him once again as Shai had to sit out the rest of the season due to an ankle injury. But he had already set personal bests, averaging 24.5 points and 5.9 assists per game. The 2023 season turned out to be the best one yet for SGA as he made his first ever NBA All-Star Game appearance as a reserve guard for the Western Conference. He wrapped up the season with an impressive average of 31.4 points per game, which ranked him 4th behind Joel Embiid, Luka Doncic, and Damian Lillard. That puts him in the same category as former Oklahoma City stars like Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook, who are the only other Thunder players to hit the 30-point average in a season. His feats included becoming the 2nd guard in NBA history after Michael Jordan to hit 30 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal, and 1 block shot, while shooting at least 50% from the field. He also holds the record for the youngest guard in NBA history to achieve it. Shai's incredible season also landed him a 5th-place finish in the NBA Most Valuable Player voting and his first selection to the All-NBA First Team. As of this video, SGA is getting 24.8 points, 6.8 rebounds, 6.6 assists, and 2.6 steals per game at just the beginning of the season. Quick flashback in 2016, Shai began internationally by lacing up for the Canadian junior national team at the FIBA American Under-18 Championship. During that competition, he got 7.8 points, 5.4 assists, and 4.0 rebounds, which played a key role in Canada securing a silver. Later that year, Shai took another step forward by joining the senior national team for the 2016 FIBA World Olympic qualifying tournament held in Manila. Despite their best efforts, Canada narrowly missed out on Olympic qualification as they fell to France in the tournament final. Then, in May of last year, Shai made a commitment to the country by pledging 3 years to the national team, with the shared aim of ending Canada's dry spell from Olympic basketball. This dedication paved the way for the 2023 FIBA World Cup, where Shai became the leader within the Canadian squad. His leadership and great outings were important in Canada's historic run that earned them a quarterfinal berth and secured their spot in the 2024 Summer Olympics. We're part of history. It's something almost indescribable. Just to be a part of that is a blessing and an honor. So many people along the way have put in so much work for this program and haven't gotten the opportunity to do so. We want to thank them and also represent them, SGA said. The team went on to clinch yet another milestone by capturing the bronze medal by defeating the U.S. in the third-place match. This victory was Canada's first ever World Cup medal and their first major global basketball tournament medal since the 1936 Summer Olympics. In recognition of his excellent contributions, Shai earned a spot on the World Cup All-Tournament team alongside Dennis Schroeder, Anthony Edwards, and Luka Doncic. So, how elite is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander really? We gave you the numbers, now you decide.